Okay, this is your core exercise. You've got 10 exercises, 30 seconds each exercise. You've got 10 seconds rest. I want you to do the exercises with me. You might not make the full 30 seconds. Do as best you can. Your first exercise, I'm going to press the timer, but your first exercise is a reverse plank. Okay, so you're starting it with bent legs. If you stay up like that using your core, that's absolutely fine. Your aim is to be able to go straight legs, pointed toes. You're aiming to point your toes down to the floor. But to start off with, bent legs, straight up, open your chest, use your stomach muscles, use your bottom to stay up as high as you can. Okay, I'm waiting for the end of that 30 seconds. Okay. Your next exercise, you've got what's called a running V-sit, or it says running V-sit on your list. So you're going to get into a V position, legs slightly bent or straight. From there, you're giving me running arms, okay? You've got a little twist into your pelvis, you're running arms. So you're working your core as much as you can. You're trying to keep your legs as steady as you can. You're trying to keep your shoulders down so that you're working your core as much as possible, okay? So if you're doing it with me, you've got another 10 seconds to go. You're trying to make that core work as hard as possible, okay? That's the end of 30 seconds. Your third exercise, you're going to give me a lateral plank. Elbow underneath your shoulder, top leg slightly in front of underneath leg. That's the full version. If you need to make it slightly easier, you bend your underneath leg. You're working your obliques at the side. You're trying to stay up as high as possible through that waist. Top arm just relaxed on your thigh. Okay, as you start to get more tired, just work through your obliques. That's your extended version, long legs. Works much harder through the waist. Relax down, okay. Your fourth exercise, you're going to give me the flutter legs with a breaststroke. So I'm giving my breaststroke legs, breaststroke arms, okay? So you're continuing that for 30 seconds, trying to keep your shoulders down your back, trying to work your core, trying to keep your hips into the mat, okay? Don't bend at the knee. I'm looking down at the mat as much as I can. Okay. Right, your next exercise, you're doing your side plank on the other side. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Up into full side plank if you can. Top leg slightly in front, underneath leg behind, hips stacked on top. Working through your core. Relax your left arm on top of your left thigh. Stay there. If that's too difficult, bend the underneath leg. Work through that until that feels a little bit easier. Then you can work to extend the underneath leg and go into a full side plank. Okay, that's 30 seconds. Right, what's my next one? Okay. Then you're going into a V-sit, shoulders down your back, into that V-sit. Legs can be slightly bent if you want, arms are out in front. You're sending your legs up and down. If that feels too hard, have your hands behind you just to hold you. But you're progressing to straight arms and ideally straight legs. Okay, feel that through your quads. I want you to feel it into your core as much as possible. Okay, a few more seconds, and that's the end of that 30-second block. Okay. Right, your next one, you're giving me scissor legs. So you're giving me scissor legs with a breaststroke kick. So those scissor legs with the breaststroke arms. Quite tricky to get timing, and I can't get the timing right, but you do the best that you can. There's very little crossover, but you want to feel a lot going on through your bottom. Okay, breaststroke arms, and I'm losing the coordination in my legs, but try as best you can. Okay. Great. Okay. Okay, next one. You've got crisscross sit-ups, hands behind your head, knees in. So you're doing opposite armpit to leg. Lengthen that leg long. So it's not about how close you can get your elbow, more about the getting your armpit close to your knee, working on that twist, supporting your head in your hands, and keep going, trying to keep balanced. Okay, 2 more left. You're going to cross your legs, open your knees, flatten out your pelvis, hands behind your head. You're giving me 30 seconds where you just give me a little sit up. So you're working your higher abs, keeping that pelvis nice and flat, hip flexors out of the exercise. Keep going. So it's a little curl up. Again, I'm taking the weight of my head in my hands and lower back down again. Okay, last one. You're giving me scissor in a V-sit. So you're holding up, legs straight if you can, otherwise slightly bent, arms in front. Then you give me that scissor action that we've already done. Okay, so it's quite tough. If that feels too tough, lower yourself back, support yourself on your hands. But otherwise you're aiming for straight arms, straight legs, crossover, working through your abdominals massively, little bit of inner thigh, bit of quad as well. Okay, a couple more seconds, and then you're done. And that's your 10 exercises.